How do you feel when I say the word lead providers? Truly, ask yourself that question. Like, how do you actually feel inside when I say the word lead providers? Maybe you feel nothing at all. Maybe it's just a word that has no meaning to it. Maybe it brings up sort of pain, and in your insurance firm, it brings up bad experiences, brings a loss of money, and leaves a bit of a sour taste in your mouth. Maybe it does the complete opposite to that. Maybe the word lead providers brings up excitement. Maybe it has helped you push towards your goals. Maybe it's helped you grow your insurance firm, and maybe you're using them at the moment and it just brings nothing but positive feelings of bliss and abundance. And look, amazing. If that is the case, then this video will still benefit you, but I don't think this video is for you on that case. And actually, maybe it is, but you haven't quite seen the ramifications of long-term effects by using lead providers. So listen, if it does do the opposite to that and it does bring pain, that you are in the same boat as a lot of insurance firms. I want to assure you that. And in this video, I'm going to explain the two major effects from using lead providers. Now, this is not a video to slate lead providers. I actually, in somewhat, think they are positive. Positive as long as you understand the effects of what they can cause, and as long as you have all of the systems and processes in place to be able to make sure they are effective. So in this video, I'm going to explain why they suck, to be totally honest. So who am I and why am I making this video? So my name is Brandon, with a Rainmaker for insurance firms. We help insurance firms get more customers, more leads, more policy sales, all that good stuff by inserting an acquisition system that just gets customers coming directly to you. This is my website. That's my LinkedIn I just clicked on. All those links are going to be left in the description below. So lead providers, there's two major issues, in my opinion, why lead providers are not the best option to generate you customers for your insurance firms. And the two effects we're going to talk about is the effects that they have on you as a business owner and as a person, and the effects they have on the actual customer themselves. Okay. One of the biggest issues that we find with people that use lead providers is the conversion rates are low, contact rates are poor. The customers they do speak to are quite hard to get to go ahead. They're not a pleasure to speak to, and they're just not the bread and butter of where you would like to build a company and where you would like to see your business scale. And to be totally honest, the staff members you bring on tend to then lose motivation when they start to deal with a lot of these lead provider inquiries. So yourself, and what is the biggest effect with you, and what are some of the ramifications of doing this long term? So one of the biggest issues that we find is using lead providers, and firms that use lead providers that we take on, is the expectation for delivery. The thing is, humans just by nature are always looking for the easy route. We're looking for the get rich quick, and we're always trying to avoid the actual work. We know the work needs to be done, but when somebody provides us a shiny object in front of us, the idea that we could do and get to the destination that we want, which might be supply for our family, provide for our family, grow our insurance firm so we can bring on more staff members and build a lifestyle business. Maybe it's to build a business that has real impact in the world. But then when somebody gives us a shiny ball and says we can just provide you hotkey transfers, instant calls and web leads with no marketing spend, you just pay us per lead, then instantly all of the dreams that you have just come to the forefront of your mind. Yeah, let's go. That sounds great with us. So one of the biggest issues here is the instant feedback. Okay. And this is actually a negative, because we're sold on the premise that you're just going to be getting instant quotes, qualified leads, everything's going to be filtered. The customers that you're going to be speaking to are extremely qualified, and you think, well, we don't now need to do the work. We don't need to build a decent marketing plan. We don't need to have good sales. We don't need to have good objection handling. We don't need to have a good follow-up process. We don't even really need a good brand that is built on our customers' feedback, because we can just buy leads, sell them, make profit, make revenue, and everyone's happy. So the biggest issue is, and look, we all know, anyone watching this video, you know that that is not how business is built. You know, you need to do the work. You need to have all the systems in place. So the biggest problem here is by having instant feedback is that it just trains you for the wrong process towards building the business. So in the future, when you do actually need to do the work, you're putting that aside because you're then looking for all the easy opportunities in another place. So biggest problem here is just a mental framework, and it's really just instant gratification. The longer you can put the gratification further down the line and you can do the work, then better the results will be. So you're sold on that instant feedback. You can turn the leads on, you can turn the leads off. We can get things up and running within 24 hours. 24 hours from now is you're just going to have hotkey transfers and abundance of customers coming straight in. And you and I both know the issue with the lead providers is, one, they are getting the lead at X cost and putting a premium on that for you. So you're paying 3 times, even 4 times what they could be getting the lead for. Let's just say they even get it for free and then they sell it for you at near enough like a 500% plus margin. I mean, it's like an infinity margin at that point, right? So that's one of the biggest problems. The other biggest problem is that they sell the leads on to multiple providers. So instantly you're in a bidding war. Instantly you're in a competitive war with so many other insurance companies. So that is one of the other negatives. And the other one being, and which we'll discuss on the customer side, is the person doesn't know who you are. And this is the biggest reason why contact rates are bad. And this is the reason conversion rates are low. But for yourself, the biggest issue right here is just going to be instant feedback. It's the instant gratification. You're training yourself for the wrong things, which means that you don't need sales. It's not an important thing for you. You're not thinking, oh, we need to fix our sales. We just buy more leads. You haven't got the right objection handling. You've not got the right follow-up systems, if any at all, because you're just buying more leads. There's so many things that just buying leads, as far as instant gratification, is you just avoid to do. That the real necessary things to be able to have a profitable sales business. So let's move over into the customer, and this is really the biggest issue, because to be fair, you can get away without having a lot of this stuff. Let's just say you just built the whole business on referrals. You don't need all of this stuff. You can still make money. You don't have to be the finished article to build a business and make money from it. But one of the biggest issues here, and it's the customers. So the customer is sold on the idea. So there's all these customers here. They're sold on the idea that they are going on maybe a website. Maybe they are being referred from another referral. Maybe it's an affiliate of an affiliate of an affiliate. But let's just use the typical lead providers. They've got a website. They're running maybe ads, some sort of traffic campaigns. Maybe they've got SEO in place. All of these sort of methods that what people are using to generate business. So there's this big pool of customers over here, and they are going on to a lead provider's website. And the lead provider's website is designed in a way to make them think that they are getting a quote online, an easy quote, an easy process, something that isn't going to take very long. And it's a pain-free experience, because that's what has higher conversion rates. The lead provider has sold you on instant feedback. So what they're doing is also selling their customers on instant feedback. So the customer then goes onto this website, they put their information in, and then they go through to a quote funnel. Sometimes, depending on the lead provider and the size, maybe they will actually get a price on here. But at this stage, this is the lead. This then goes down into their CRM and then obviously gets filtered in. So, that's where you then say, right, we want people with driver's licenses over 5 years. We want a minimum of 3 years, no claims bonus. We want we're doing pet insurance. We want dogs, not cats. We're doing fleet insurance. We want business owners with at least 3 years, no claims bonus, right? Let's just say that is the filters that you have given these lead providers. Now, the problem is that the filters that you have are the same filters that every other insurance company wants. Like, no insurance company is buying leads for someone who's just passed a driver's test and already has an IN10 on their driver's license from driving a few years ago without a driver's license or something like that. Like, no lead provider or no insurance company wants really bad leads. So the filters that you give are just the same filters as every other insurance company. So you're not being specialist by doing that, because you've just got the same, you all want the same stuff. So this is the biggest issue now, is that you've got 3 insurance companies, sometimes even more, and look, sometimes they only sell it to one, but it's at a very high premium. That filtered lead is now being sent across to 3 different people. So they get the lead at, let's just say, I don't know, £10. They then sell it at 30 to 3 people. That's where they've made their money. This is the biggest problem because we're talking about the customer here, not how lead providers. You all know how lead providers work. But the problem being is that this customer at this stage, this same customer, is back down here. They're receiving 3 calls from this person, 3 calls and a voicemail. They're receiving 3 calls from this person and a voicemail. They're receiving 3 calls and a voicemail and maybe even a text message from this person here. This person has already mentally clocked out once not getting what was sold to him at this stage. So he was sold an instant quote. He was sold an easy process. And now he's just received over 12 contacts from multiple insurance companies. Maybe this person here was the first person to get in contact with him, and maybe he has spoken to that person. So at this stage, you've just got no chance of winning. And if you think about you doing this just over one person, this is over one lead. So if this same process is being done over 30 leads, 100 leads, 300 leads, the reason why the conversion rates are just so low is because of this exact process. Now, when you do speak to that person, so let's just say you are this firm here and you have actually been able to speak to this person, you've been able to get in contact with them. The main reason this is a problem is at this stage, the customer feels like they have control. They have just received 12 telephone calls. They've got an abundance of opportunity. They don't really want to speak to you because they think that you've sold them a dream. They don't know that that's the lead provider that sold you the information. They think it's you that they've put the information through. So at this stage, they're already a little bit annoyed because you've sold them a dream, you've sold them something, and you're now calling them 12 times. Okay, they don't understand the full premise. They don't understand lead providers. They don't understand the full mechanics that go into that process. They've just gone on Google. They've typed something. They've put their information in, thought they're going to get a quote. Now your business, which is not your business, has just called them 12 times. So they're pissed off. They're annoyed. They don't want to give you their details. They feel that they have been cheated on. And it's just not an easy sell at that stage. Okay. One of the biggest problems is that they don't know who you are. It's the first interaction with the business, your business, and it's not a good one. It's not a good start at that stage. So what is a good section here is somebody who has a very consistent flow. They go onto a website. They're told exactly what to do. They then put their information in and there's clear steps exactly what's going on. And then you then contact them with a call, with an email. And all of this is solidifying trust by having good reviews, by sending them useful content, by contacting them in a way that doesn't feel that you're trying to compete for business. If you can build trust, if you can build a conversion mechanism that builds trust and builds excitement. So when that person does speak to you, they know exactly what's going to happen. They know exactly the process behind it. The conversion rates are just instantly better. Okay. So to wrap things up, biggest problem here for yourself is that you're sold an instant feedback. You train your brain to have instant gratification. So when it does come to the real stuff that actually make your business move forward, that drives more revenue, drives more sales, you do push away from that work. The second thing is the customer's negative effect by using lead providers is that the person that receives the back end of the feedback is always your staff members. Like nobody goes straight back onto that website, contacts the business directly, contacts the company directors and say, you know what, I didn't like using your website and I'm going to report it XYZ. No, they are only going to see the rear end of that. And that negative feedback is always towards your business and is always to your staff members, which long-term staff members don't want to outbound these calls. It's not a joyful selling experience. And then that just affects the conversion rates even more. The way that this should be done is by having a full system built around sales, follow-ups, direct marketing, and generating leads directly for yourself. So if you're wondering how we can help you with that, then we build an acquisition system in place to be able to facilitate all of that for you and being able to generate your own leads. So we are the middleman that cuts out lead providers and just gets the customers filtered, customers coming directly to you, to your business through your lead funnels, and actually building up a company that builds brand, has resonation behind it, and actually has positive effects and flywheels. If that's something you're interested in, I'll leave all the links in the description. I hope this video makes sense. Hope you found some value from that. And look, listen, I actually enjoy lead providers. I think they are a good business, and I think the model does work for companies that have this in place, because this does positively feedback to this if you need more volume. But this is just not a good place to start, in my opinion, if you are just looking to get your first couple of businesses. Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for watching the video. Hope you found some value from that. Hope I've not triggered too many people. And yeah, like, subscribe, do all that good YouTube stuff. Feel free to leave some comments if you have any, and stick around. Thanks for watching. Cheers.